I don't think boys want to take everybody one-on-one.
I know, right?
Yeah. Kobe. Yeah.
He don't let the game come to him. He just go out there and take it.
He's gonna make his game.
I'm gonna make this a one-on-one game.
Yeah. Look, I figured after the first 4 attempts, it didn't go in.
After the first 4 attempts, if I was a teammate, I wouldn't pass him. Hey, you want this ball again, brother? You better rebound.
Madison Square Garden, February 8th, 1998. The lights were brighter, the crowd was louder, and the entire basketball world felt like it was holding its breath. This wasn't just another all-star game. This was the final chapter of an era colliding with the first spark of the next one. On one end stood a 19-year-old prodigy who couldn't wait for the future. On the other stood the man who had ruled the league for over a decade. Kobe Bryant walked into his first All-Star game with the swagger of someone who didn't fear legends. He hunted them. And the biggest one of all was standing right across from him, Michael Jordan, the standard, the blueprint, the player Kobe had modeled his entire approach after. And in front of a sold-out Madison Square Garden crowd, Kobe didn't wait for the moment. He attacked it. He chased the matchup, picked up MJ full court, demanded the ball whenever Jordan was guarding him, and turned the All-Star spotlight into a one-on-one audition. And on this night, Jordan didn't just answer. He took the challenge personally. With Shaq in his athletic prime, Karl Malone coming off an MVP season, and a wave of next-generation stars on display, the narrative was supposed to be about the league's future. Instead, the present fought back. By the end of the night, Michael Jordan didn't just outplay Kobe. He reminded the world that the throne wasn't ready to be passed. Not yet. By the time the 1998 All-Star Game tipped off, Michael Jordan wasn't just the face of the league. He was the centerpiece of every conversation about its future. The Bulls dynasty was nearing a breaking point. Phil Jackson's contract was ending. The front office was preparing to rebuild, and Jordan had made it clear that he wouldn't return without Jackson. Add the constant rumors of retirement, and suddenly the greatest player alive was playing under a cloud of uncertainty.
Right now, our object is to go out and play the game of basketball. His responsibility is to try to perform and prepare us for the future. And we can never take that away from him. That's his responsibility. That's Jerry Reinsdorf's responsibility.
This meant that every appearance, every award, every moment carried extra weight. Fans weren't just watching Jordan perform. They were watching to see if this was the last time he would perform. And nobody felt that pressure more than MJ himself. Yet, despite all that, Jordan wasn't fading. He was dominating. At 34 years old, he led the NBA in scoring while carrying Chicago through constant internal drama with the front office. But as heavy as that pressure was, something entirely different was pushing from the other side, a force that didn't care about dynasties, retirements, or legacies. A 19-year-old Kobe Bryant. While Jordan was fighting to preserve his reign, Kobe was fighting to crash the gates. His goal wasn't to wait patiently for the throne to open.
I'm just having fun. I'm having a good time. Michael's a great player, one of the best players of all time. And what better way to learn the game than going at him?
But you've issued a bit of a challenge, and he's got his pride up, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, me too. And that's how you play the game. That's how I grew up playing the game, and I'm sure he did too, and every player out here as well. So that's what makes this game interesting.
Kobe wasn't even a starter on his own team, yet he was voted in by fans who were captivated by his similarity to Jordan. He came off the bench for the Lakers, but he wasn't coming off the bench tonight. The moment the rosters were set, he became the face of the Western Conference youth movement, the loudest, boldest, and hungriest representative of the next generation. What made Kobe different wasn't just his talent, it was that he wanted Michael Jordan. He didn't want to avoid him. He didn't want to study him from the sideline. He wanted to challenge him to his face.
This is my first All-Star game playing here in New York City with all these great basketball players. It's an incredible feeling. I'm glad it's finally arrived.
Where Jordan entered the night trying to defend his empire, Kobe entered with nothing to lose and everything to prove. And as the ball went up, he didn't wait for the moment to find him. He charged straight at the man he idolized, determined to show he was ready for the fight. When the players finally stepped onto the floor, the energy inside Madison Square Garden shifted instantly. This wasn't the relaxed, playful, all-star vibe fans were used to. There was tension, the kind that forms when generations collide. You had Jordan warming up his signature jumper, Shaq grinning like he knew he could bully anyone in the paint, and Kobe bouncing on his toes like a sprinter waiting for the gun.
Just a few moments ago, the Western Conference All-Stars took the court. 4 of the 12 Western stars, including 19-year-old Kobe Bryant, are from the Los Angeles Lakers. But the star of stars is still Michael Jordan of the Chicago Bulls. Despite 101 fever yesterday, he will play tonight in what could be his final All-Star appearance.
When the ball finally went up, the pace was immediate. The East wasted no time feeding his airness. On their first possession, the East ran a play to get Jordan open on the mid-range, and right there, guarding him straight up, was a 21-year-old Kevin Garnett. Long arms, endless energy, and zero fear of the moment. Jordan from the elbow back down on Garnett, dribbling with that calm, rhythmic cadence he used when he already knew the move he wanted. KG crouched lower, sliding with him, arms stretching wider, trying to disrupt Jordan's rhythm. But Jordan didn't want space. He wanted the matchup. He rose into that classic mid-range fadeaway off one foot, leaning back just enough to neutralize Garnett's length.
Here is Michael. The head fake on Garnett. Over him into the lane with the game's first two. So much for being sick.
Yeah, I think he's okay. He's got the bounce, he's got the skip. He's ready to put on the show here today.
The countdown at 39 early.
KG contested it perfectly. Jordan hit it anyway. Nothing but net. The crowd erupted, and Jordan jogged back with that familiar calm, a subtle reminder to everyone, including the kid guarding him, that the old guard still knew exactly how to start a show. If Jordan's opening fadeaway was the first punch, Kobe wasn't about to wait long to throw one back. The West pushed the pace immediately, and nobody orchestrated chaos better than Gary Payton. The moment he crossed half court, he waved his teammates into motion, using a high screen to turn the corner and attack the lane with that bulldog physicality he was known for. The East collapsed on him fast. 3 defenders swarmed the paint, expecting Payton to force up a contested layup. But Payton saw the floor 2 steps ahead, and he knew exactly where the pressure was coming from. Kobe had slid quietly into the weak side corner, patient, hands ready, waiting for the moment the defense forgot him. Payton whipped the ball out to the corner, hitting Kobe perfectly in rhythm.
The competitive level that's happening out there.
Payton with the spin. Bryant, Kobe's first All-Star hoop.
It's amazing, Bob, when you watch Kobe Bryant practice and work on his game.
Kobe elevated, squared his shoulders mid-air, and knocked down the shot like he'd been doing it for years. First bucket for the young rookie. First answer to Jordan. And with that shot, the duel officially had its spark. Jordan's next possession didn't go as smoothly. He got to his spot, rose for another mid-range jumper, but this time the shot bounced long off the back rim. Shaquille O'Neal snatched the rebound with one hand, not just securing it, but controlling it like a baseball in his palm. And before anyone could even react, Shaq lifted his head and spotted a blur sprinting up court. Kobe. The teenager exploded into the open floor the second Jordan's shot missed, already a full step ahead of every defender. Shaq didn't hesitate. He fired a full-court outlet pass, the kind only someone that massive and skilled could throw, hitting Kobe perfectly in stride near half court. Kobe gathered the ball, took one dribble, and the Garden crowd rose with him.
As we come back, Jordan takes the quick inbound pass, and his shot rattles out. Here comes Bryant ahead of the field, reverse slam.
Centers don't outlet the ball anymore. They want to be involved in their own offense, but Shaq knows how important.
No tricks, no unnecessary flair, just pure explosiveness. Kobe elevated with that young legs bounce, soaring high enough to momentarily freeze the arena. He threw down a right-handed dunk with authority, snapping the rim just enough to send a message without overplaying it. The crowd erupted, the West bench jumped. And for the first time, the spotlight swung away from Jordan and toward the kid chasing him. Kobe wasn't just answering anymore, he was attacking.
He said that he learned from Earl Monroe and Tiny Archibald that patience.
If Kobe's first dunk jolted Madison Square Garden, his next one sent the whole building into a different kind of electricity, as if the basketball gods wanted to add a little drama. The East rushed their next possession and turned the ball over near midcourt. Kevin Garnett scooped it up in stride, eyes already darting forward. And there it was again, Kobe sprinting into the open floor like a runaway engine. KG didn't dribble twice. He didn't look for a safer option. He just launched a perfectly timed lob down the middle of the court, leading Kobe into open sky. Kobe took off without slowing down, rising with that signature hang that made him look like gravity hadn't fully claimed him yet. He caught the ball above his head, pulled it down just enough to control it, and hammered home a clean alley-oop dunk that detonated the arena.
He's got the ball in his hands again. To Garnett. Back to Kobe!
See, that's the showing that he can pass. And I asked all these players who their heroes were coming up.
The West bench erupted even louder this time. Players jumping, waving towels, pointing toward the sky like they knew something special was brewing. Even KG jogged back with a grin, knowing he and Kobe had just connected on a moment that would live in every highlight reel for years. And for Michael Jordan, who was jogging back on defense as the play unfolded, it wasn't just another dunk. It was Kobe doubling down. Make a mistake, he'll punish you twice. Leave a window open, he'll turn it into a poster. The young star wasn't just matching energy now, he was stealing momentum. The West's momentum was building, but Jordan wasn't about to let a rookie and a rising generation steal the show. On the next East possession, Jordan brought the ball up the court with his usual calm authority, eyes scanning the defense. Kobe sprinted up, trying to match him step for step. Jordan backed him down just enough, then elevated from mid-range, rising over the outstretched rookie. With perfect hang time and that iconic release, he launched his signature fadeaway over Kobe. Smooth, precise, and untouchable. The ball arced through the air and dropped cleanly through the net, swish, and one.
Did you listen to your all-star coaches, Isaiah?
Well, I listen to him all the time because I was young and afraid of Kobe Bryant.
Count it, plus the foul for Jordan, who now has 8 and a chance for 9.
But Michael told him, bring your A game, and if you don't bring your A game, I'm going to embarrass you.
It wasn't flashy or over the top, but it was iconic. In that single shot, Michael Jordan reminded everyone why the league still revolved around him. Even with the future pressing hard, the present flexed. Sharp, precise, and impossible to ignore. The first half ended with Kobe and Jordan leading their team in scoring and eyeing for the win and the MVP award for their respective teams. The second half tipped off, and Kobe wasn't backing down. If Jordan had set the standard, the teenager would test it, attempting MJ's iconic mid-range fadeaway right over the man himself. The crowd held its breath as Kobe rose, emulating the motion perfectly. Slight lean back, high release, eyes locked on the rim. But Jordan's presence was enough.
It's a matter of who the fans wanted to see, like this guy, Kobe Bryant. The starters, at least, are the province of the fans. The reserves voted on by a consensus of each conference's coaches. Kobe was the best.
The shot rattled off the rim and clanged out. It wasn't embarrassing, but it was a reminder. The rookie could imitate, he could compete, but the king still owned his signature moves. The duel was heating up. Jordan caught the ball in the post. Kobe draped on him like a shadow, expecting the fadeaway, but MJ had other plans. Instead of his signature jumper, he hit a subtle shimmy, a quick hesitation, a shoulder fake, and blew past Kobe with effortless speed. As he elevated toward the rim, Shaq flew in from the weak side, aiming for the block. Jordan adjusted midair, releasing the ball perfectly just as Shaq's hands met it.
He told us Friday that he feels kind of lost. He doesn't know what to do without his partner out there, but if he gets hot, he says he wants a lot of time and he wants the ball.
MJ slithers inside Bryant, and a goaltending call on Shaquille O'Neal, but he really took the youngster to school on that exchange.
Isolated along the baseline to back him down here.
Goaltend called. Crowd roaring. Jordan smirk saying it all. Still untouchable. Even after Jordan's masterful post move, Kobe wasn't slowing down, showing off with a move deep from his bag.
Dribble it out after their own rebound.
Bryant puts it back to himself and then tosses it over. Now I'm not sure if he traveled there or
From that moment, the game's momentum tilted decisively. Kobe's energy and flair had lit sparks, but Jordan wasn't done reminding the world who still ruled the hardwood. The East brought the ball up, and Jordan immediately hunted Kobe in the paint. The young star tried to anticipate, tried to use his length and agility, but MJ's positioning, timing, and sheer presence made it impossible to shake him. With the crowd watching every move, Jordan dribbled hard down the lane, shoulders squared, eyes locked on the rim. Kobe jumped to contest, but MJ didn't flinch. Rising over the teenager with that perfect hang, Jordan released a tough jumper that barely cleared Kobe's outstretched hands and switched clean.
Jordan, who has 15, comes back into the lane, off balance, and gets the roll.
The Garden erupted, and the tone was set. From here on out, it was all Michael. The rookie could flash, the stars could shine, but the king was back in full control, and he was reminding everyone why he remained untouchable. After asserting dominance in the paint, Jordan wasn't done showing off the full arsenal. On the next possession, he stepped out beyond the arc and pulled up for a smooth three-pointer. The shot was textbook Jordan, perfectly balanced, perfectly timed, and swishing through the net cleanly. The crowd erupted, sensing that this wasn't just scoring. This was a statement.
Because they all want him back, and the people in Chicago love him.
And Jordan nails a three for emphasis as we discuss the situation.
Yeah, and the guys that you talked about, though, they're not at the level that Michael Jordan is.
Then, as if to remind everyone of the legends he'd already written, Jordan turned back the clock, driving hard toward the rim. He caught the defense off guard and executed a mid-air switch of the ball from right hand to left, eerily reminiscent of the layup against the Lakers in 1991. The ball kissed the glass and dropped through the net, defying both gravity and defenders.
Charlie said, I think we're getting a little too old for this stuff now.
Jordan spins into the lane, the up and under is there for him.
Shaq and Kobe could only watch as the West got blown out in the fourth. In a matter of possessions, Jordan reminded everyone why, even in 1998, the GOAT still dictated the highlight reel. As the final buzzer sounded, Madison Square Garden buzzed with the echoes of a legendary duel. Michael Jordan had finished the night with 23 points, a masterclass in timing, skill, and competitive fire. The All-Star MVP trophy was his, and every moment of the game had reminded fans why he was still the standard, even in 1998, even with the future of the league breathing down his neck. Kobe Bryant wasn't far behind. The 19-year-old finished with 18 points, multiple highlight reel plays, and a performance that announced he was ready to step into the spotlight. The dunks, the crossovers, the fearless attempts at Jordan's signature moves. It was a coming-of-age showcase that left no doubt the kid was special. But beyond the points and the flashes, the most important story was the respect between the two. After the game, Kobe approached Jordan with a nod and a grin, acknowledging the challenge and the lesson. Jordan, in return, offered a subtle smile, an unspoken recognition that a new star was emerging.
What was the new thing you learned from him tonight?
Well, I can't tell you that. I gotta keep all that to myself. For all the future basketball players out there or coming out of high school, can't give up my secrets.
You embraced each other. Did he say anything to you? And has the torch kind of been passed tonight?
I don't know. I think we just, went out, played hard, competed a little bit. They say keep up the hard work.
Now, Magic Johnson said that they want to bring you along slowly, and Del Harris has tried to do that. Did that task just become a little bit more difficult after today's game?
I don't know. I hope so.
The night had belonged to Michael, yes, but it had also marked the rise of Kobe. Two generations collided, one legend still reigning, one ready to chase. The 1998 All-Star Game wasn't just a showcase. It was a stage where the present met the future, and Michael Jordan reminded everyone why he was still the standard. Every step he took, every move he made, left an indelible mark on the game. He controlled the floor, creating impossible shots, weaving through defenders, and turning highlights into lessons for the next generation. Shaquille O'Neal and Karl Malone brought their dominant presence, powering the paint and pushing the pace. But Jordan's influence was impossible to ignore. Even Kobe Bryant, fearless and electrifying, was chasing Jordan's shadow the entire night, learning, reacting, and testing himself against the best. By the end, the night belonged to Michael Jordan. He left Madison Square Garden on top, reminding the world that even as the league evolved, the mark of the GOAT was still everywhere, in the flow of the game, in the energy of the crowd, and in the way basketball itself responded when he touched the court.